Assalamualaikum. I'm Arifah binti Azhar from MC1104J. So today I'm going to present about the introduction for our movie review. Let's begin. What is the definition of statehood? From patriotism, teamwork and love towards our country came to our understanding about statehood in several aspects such as politics, sports and even economics. There also could be part of statehood. As mentioned, statehood can be seen in sports. What do we know about sports? It is usually a form of competitive physical activities aimed at maintaining or improving physical ability and skills through casual or organized participation while providing entertainment to participants and audience in some cases, according to Science Daily. Why these two topics related? This is because sports become a communication tool to bring everyone together, irrespective of their background, like how statehood works in this context. Furthermore, this outcome is due to the fact that football players usually represent the country, so that they put themselves in the public eye as representative for our country in the football community. It's like getting their independence in a war. Only this is a war to win the game, while the supporters bring up their patriotic sides by supporting our country's team and feeling proud to be Malaysian. There is also another factor associating statehood and sports, which both have to do with sacrifice. Back in the days, people are sacrificing their lives in a battle, but in this, they are sacrificing their time and resource in sports to be the top and allowing them to be the best team in the world. Supporters know how hard it is for the players to drive themselves to be their greatest. In the strength like a soldier fighting in a battle is endlessly. So that's it from me. Thank you.
Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To Sir Anwar, my name is Ainun Syahirah. So I'm going to represent you a synopsis of Bola movie. So Bola movie is some patriotism movie in Malaysia, and also have been recommended to Malaysian people to watch it. Okay, so the synopsis begin. Mary Ann. Sorry, so Mary Ann is a Chinese girl, a young professional journalism in Malaysia. So she had been enough working in Malaysia, and she decided to leave Malaysia and work at England. So before she left Malaysia, she need to finish her last assignment that leads to discover an amazing story and literally change her life. So Bola movie inspired by the true story. So one day, Mary Ann traveled to Sabah and she found Bala Eric, who is the main player for our national football team in 1980s. Bala Eric told her the whole story for the Olympic game in 1980s. So the movie only focusing a certain football players such as Ali as a striker, Mutu as a goalkeeper, Toke as a captain, and also Rahman as a professional football commentator. One evening, all the team members are practicing football game together, while Rahman also practicing and trying to be a professional football commentator at RTM station. The team has been introduced by their new coach named Harry Mountain, and the coach been ordered and changed their position, a football position that make Ali and Toke being so unsatisfying with the order. In one morning, our national football team's player, in one morning, our national football player have a friendly match with Swedish nation in Stadium Merdeka. Malaysian team lose with Swiss nation by 1-3. After the match, the coach told them that the game is the worst. In other games, Malaysia also losing with US Leopard by 0-2, and Tauke said that he want to quit from the team. After seeing Malaysia losing again with Blueprints by 0-9, Tauke decided to come back and apologize with his coach and give a new spirit to his team member. After practicing day by day, to make practice make perfect, they finally ready to have a final match with South Korea team. So the final match with South Korea team, Malaysian football fans came to the Stadium Malaysia to give their support to our nation football teams. So the night is the final night for our nation football team. Can go or not to the Olympic game in 1980 in Moscow. Suddenly, one of the player from South Korea team told to Ali that Malaysia has been boycott the Olympic game in Moscow because of the issue that make some of other country have been boycott this Olympic game. Ali and Bala Eric asked their coach that is it true that Malaysian government have boycott the Olympic Moscow, and the coach said yes. All the team member has been down because they heard that bad news from their coach. Suddenly Mutu, the goalkeeper, stand up and give the motivation to them that never giving up for this game and make Malaysian people proud of them, even though they can't even go to Olympic game. So after Mary Ann hear the whole story from Bala Eric, she feels that she been proud to be a Malaysian people, and also the achievement that Malaysian people effort, and no matter what happen, always in Malaysia, always together with their blood, sweat and tears. So that's it from the synopsis for all of our movies. So we move to the next.
Assalamualaikum to Sir Anwar Fahmi. My name is Nur Atiqah Hamdan from class MC1104G. Today I'm going to present to you my part in movie review, which is discussion. Bola is an uplifting fictional tale by Chiu Keng-guan in which the glory of multicultural footballer was shown. The glorious days of entire Malaysia was also presented in a very beautiful way. According to Hassan, Abdullah and Saleh 2015, this movie is inspired by true events, and the story of the movie is also original and real. You will believe again. This is the simple and most powerful tagline of the movie in Bola. It is a movie that helps the Malaysian to reboot their sense of glory, pride and hopes. In this, the common goal is to unite the Malaysia and the football team of Malaysia that was qualified for the 1980s Games of Olympics. It was the time when the Malaysia was facing the darkest time of its economy, and the political time was also not very fine. Based on Muhammad Maidin 2009, the motive of the film is to bring the patriotic feeling among the nation. Main theme in this movie that been portrayed by the actor is sports or football to be specific. From the analysis of the film, it can be noted that the portrayal of team spirits, patriotism, passion and dedication, also sacrifices of each player to realize the dream of qualifying for the Olympics were the significant themes portrayed throughout Bola. From the beginning of the film, the director established good characterization for each lead role, which lead to the best of portrait from each of them towards the sports team. For instance, Tauki, the captain of the national football team, does not accept the offer to join a football club in England because he wants to be a champion in his own country. Mutu is another example. Although his ambition to pursue football has caused a rift between him and his father, he is still passionate to achieve his ambition. Using film as a way to propagate the patriotism and unity among Malaysians is not a new thing, as Malaysian films such as Sepet, Gubra, Talent Time and Estate are some films that brings all races in Malaysia under one roof. In addition, the film is said to play vital role in uniting people and also as a good platform to inject the patriotic elements among Malaysia, as people tend to imitate what they see and hear from a film. A focus on patriotic film to inject patriotism is important so that Malaysia love and loyal to country endlessly. Bola is a great film that portrays the element of multicultural or Malaysianness as a world true spirit of sports, as pointed by Zabidah, Sulaiman and Ika. Films that address multicultural elements could educate the Malaysian society to live under one roof as one nation. Although on the surface, this film would only show about sportsmanship between football players, but for the people who have watched this movie, it will bring more meaning, especially for all Malaysians who witness the event with themselves. According to Mushana's 2016, this movie is one of the original movie with the idea of unity of the citizen, the enthusiastic for sports, and patriotic spirit lift up the pride of the country. The originality in this movie is being approved by the people who live on the 70s or 80s era. Most of the viewers would rate this movie 10 out of 10 with the originality of the story, the choosing of actors, and the script of actor and actress for how well they deliver it through their acting. In conclusion, this movie can achieve an extensive variety of crowds since this movie is suitable for public audience. The movie like this ought to be created more keeping in mind the end goal to serve the network. The films that address multicultural components could instruct the Malaysian culture to live under one roof as one nation. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Syafina binti Kamarul Ariffin Zolkarnain, and now it's my turn to present to you about the suggestion and the recommendation of the movie Bola. So let's get into it. The movie is actually have the high quality about patriotism. We choose this movie because this movie is very recommended for all Malaysians to watch it. It's very, very recommended. At the same time, while focusing about the Malaysian national football team, it also focuses on many aspects as friends, family, life, patriotism and many more. So let's get into the first point, is that the movie features on the multicultural, because Malaysia have the three main culture, which is Malay, Chinese and Indian. So inside that football team, they actually have 4 cultures. They have Malay, Chinese, Indian, and Sikh. And it also mostly show that movie, we are multicultural country, which even though we all have different background, we all have different story, we have all different mix, but still we have that one purpose, is that to make our Malaysian name proud and to keep our country at peace. So let's move on to the next point. The next point is that each character has their own problem and issues, but they know how to face their reality, and it shows that teamwork and bravery for them to overcome the reality. So there's a few scenes where there's a scene they work hard to put the Malaysian name on the map and to enter the Olympic. At the same time, there was a scene during the final game. During that time, Malaysia is already boycotting to enter the Moscow Summer Olympic, but the players didn't know. Only the leader and the coach of the team knows. So after the players of the members of the team know, they actually got heartbroken and left no more spirit to fight to enter the Olympic, because they know it's not even worth it, because they can't participate into the Olympic. But the coach and the leader got sad to see how the team react. The coach pushed each member even though that they can't participate the Olympic, at least they will fight to know their worth and to keep the Malaysian name proud. So that is when the whole team got lift up their spirit and they focus back to win the game, which shows that teamwork, if you make a teamwork, everything you can achieve. So the united love for football that teaches them a thing or two about importance of teamwork and overcome their differences to achieve the same goal. Okay, so let's move into the next point. The next point is that the movie has took so many breathtaking scenery of Malaysia that not many Malaysian known or seen. Malaysia have so many magnificent scenery due to our own reach of flora, fauna, and our own multicultural, which make our Malaysia is more beautiful. They took a shot of the sea, they took a shot of the forest, they took a shot of our mountains. It's very beautiful to see that all of that is actually in our own country and we didn't even realize or know that. So the Bola was filmed in various locations, which is in KL, which is Kuala Lumpur, Selangor, Penang, Perak, Johor, and Sabah, including historical landmarks such as Stadium Merdeka, Victoria Institution, the train ride, and the lush greenscape of Broga Hills in Selangor. They took so many sceneries that is really beautiful, and that is one of the reason I recommend people to watch this movie, to get to know Malaysia better, to get to know our own country better. Okay, let's move on to the next point. Is that movie also brings some back the veteran actor and cameo. So that movie during they make a cameo of 2 important people in that movie. Is that they took the cameo of the Malaysia national team leader to make a cameo at the end of the movie. He did appear in the end of the movie, which is his name is Soh Chin Un, as also known as Tauke for most Malaysian. At the same time, the cameo also was shown another veteran actor, which is Rahim Razali, used to be a sport commentator during the games back then. Rahman Razali used to be the sport commentator during the final of the game. So it's very touching to see both of these veterans to make a cameo, and it's very proud to see what they did for the country. It's very a touching moment to see their face inside the movie. Okay, other than that, let's move on to the next point. Is that the aspect continue with the statehood of Malaysia, that Malaysia national team didn't compete in the 1980s Moscow Olympic game, even though they are qualified because of the government, Malaysia government choose to boycott the Olympic and to protest the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan in 1979, which include also 66 countries also boycott the game. So it shows that Malaysia will stand for what is right. We won't simply just join because we just to get to normal stuff. We will know what is wrong, what is right, what to do and what to support. Okay, so the last one of the main aspect is that this movie bring back the time when the whole Malaysian united and support each other during the football game. During the game, it got the whole Malaysian on the edge of their seat because they believe the team can make it to the Olympic and make a history to the country. So during the game, there's a scene of the final game. It shows that even all Malaysia come together to watch that game, to support their team in order to feel proud of that team. So there's Indian, Chinese, Sikh, Malay, and there's many more culture come together to support their Malaysian team. Just like after the national football team, we also used to support Lee Chong Wei. It's like the whole Malaysia got together to support for someone that will bring honor to the country. So for us, to give the more recommendation to the producer and to the director to make the movie more interesting, is actually for us the movie is already perfect. It's already included in so many aspects. It already included many great life events, and for us that movie is very perfect. It shows our culture, it shows our scenery of Malaysia, it shows that our spirit, and it shows that every problem comes in our way, we can overcome it. For us, that movie is very recommended and very perfect. So for our hope in the future is that we hope in the future there are many more producers and directors will make more movies about Malaysia, about our history, about our ancestors, about our athlete, and many more. I hope movies like that will come and be made to make Malaysian proud and to make what is Malaysia today. Okay, that is all for me. Thank you, sir. Assalamualaikum, sir.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Najwa Farhah Aqilah, binti Ghani from MMC 110 Today I'm going to present about my part, which is conclusion. From this movie, we can conclude that this Bola movie give lots of moral value to their spectators. First moral value that can get from this movie is never give up on their dream. This movie shows that they never ever give up in facing their obstacle to achieve their dreams. They work really hard to achieve their target and to make sure that they are all being success. Their hard work together make the teamwork trumps individual brilliance. The teamwork between the team help them achieve their dream successfully. This spirit make them always believe in the impossible could happen if they keep on work hard together. Their movie also make people believe that we need to be failed before succeeding in any achievement that we want to achieve. In this Bola movie, teach their audience become a belief person towards the things that they want to achieve by the hardworking and never give up even there are lots of obstacles to achieve the success. From this report, we can see that this Bola movie give big impacts to their spectators. This movie could be an inspirational movie from the other movie to be referred. This movie also give courage to all their spectators, which those believe and moral value. This Bola movie is one of the best in Malaysia that give lots of courage and moral value to the audience. That's all from me. Thank you.